ICE agents are arriving at airports around the nation as the Trump administration rolls out a new plan to have them assist TSA workers. Well, this comes as the DHS has been without funding for over a month during a busy spring break travel season. NBC's Julia Ainsley has the latest from Washington.
As the Department of Homeland Security shutdown goes on, so do the very long lines at airports.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The rumors are true. A lot of people say it's not, but here we are now. We came here early and it's still going to take us a while.
And now a new site for travelers, ICE agents. From Newark to Atlanta to New Orleans to Houston, ICE enforcement is assigned to at least 13 airports to help TSA officers with security at exits and entrances.
I don't see an ICE agent looking at an x-ray machine because we're not trained in that. There are certain parts of security that TSA is doing that we can move them off those jobs and put them in the specialized jobs to help move those lines.
The sight jarring to some travelers.
When you land in the U.S., you just don't expect to see this kind of armed presence, and it makes you nervous, and you wonder, why they're here and what they're doing.
For weeks, TSA officers have worked without pay. At least 400 officers have quit, many more calling out sick since the partial shutdown began. Senators worked through the weekend to find a way to end the impasse, and two sources say they got close. The sources tell NBC News Majority Leader John Thune talked with President Trump and proposed funding all of DHS except ICE, which Democrats refused to approve without changes to immigration enforcement. But they are willing to fund other departments in DHS. The idea is that ICE would get money later in a bill that would not need bipartisan support. But the president rejected the idea, writing on Truth Social that he doesn't want to make a deal with Democrats until they vote with Republicans to pass the Save America Act. That's a non-starter for Democrats, and Republicans don't have enough votes to pass it on their own. Part of those weekend talks were the discussions between border czar Tom Homan and Democrats. That was seen as a good sign. But after the president rejected the Republican proposal, today the White House denied the Democrats' request to meet with Homan again. That, according to two sources. Julia Ainsley, NBC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Idaho immigration attorneys say the threat is already creating fear among some travelers. One attorney we spoke to says there is a limited number of ICE agents in Idaho, so having them at the airport could take them away from other jobs they're already doing.
If we're going to station them at an airport, then the jobs that we claim we want them to do, there's not going to be any time to do that, because if they wanted to pick up an undocumented person in an airport, they're already doing that, but they would show up to pick up that undocumented person and leave and go back to their other work. But if you station them in the airport, it's doing nothing more than having them stand there kind of as statutes, intimidating people where they can't do their job because they can't do everything.
Local officials say it's too early to know how this plan would affect operations at Boise Airport. KTVB has reached out to DHS for a statement but has not heard back.